Hi PreAlgebra students! In this video we are reviewing how to solve two-step equations. Last week we reviewed one-step equations. This week we're doing two steps. So the rule for solving these is you need to use the reverse order of the order of operations, reverse PEMDAS. So step one is you need to undo the addition and subtraction. And then step two is to undo the multiplication and division. And by undo, that means we need to do the opposite. So remember, when we're solving for x, we're trying to get x by itself. So we want to know what x equals. So I see there's plus 8, and the first thing you have to do is undo the addition or subtraction. So the opposite of adding 8 is subtracting 8. So whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So 50 minus 8 is 42. 8 minus 8 is 0. Those cancel, so we have 6x left here. Now, when there's a 6 touching the variable, that means they're multiplying, and we're trying to get x by itself, so we need to get rid of that 6. So to undo multiplying, you do division. So dividing by 6 cancels here, and you have x on the left side equals 7. And then when we're solving these equations, we can always check our work by plugging this into our original equation and seeing if we have something true. So to check our work, you would do 6 times, we got 7 for x, plus 8. And does that equal 50? Well, 6 times 7 is 42. Does that equal 50? 42 plus 8? Yep, 50 equals 50. That's correct. Okay, so that's the process for solving two-step equations. Let's do a few more. On this next one, we need to get y all by itself. So we need to undo the addition or subtraction, but that is of the number that is not touching the y. So there's this 7 over here. It's a positive 7, and we need to get rid of that. So you have to subtract 7 from both sides. 34 minus 7 is 27. 7 minus 7, that cancels. So then we're left with negative 3y. Make sure you include that negative. A lot of times we forget the negative. Okay, so then this negative 3 is touching the y. When two numbers are touching, that means they're multiplying. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we divide both sides by negative 3. 27 divided by negative 3 is negative 9. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1, so those cancel, and we're left with y. Again, to check our work, we plug in this for y and see if we get something true. So does 34 actually equal 7 minus 3 times negative 9? Well, 34, does that equal 7, and this would be plus 27? Yes, it does. Those two things are equal. Okay, the next couple use division instead of multiplying. So step one, we still need to undo the adding or subtracting first. I see there's a minus 7 here, so I need to add 7 to both sides. And I'm left with x over 2, these cancel, equals 16. Since x is being divided by 2, we need to do the opposite of division, which is multiplying. So I need to multiply by 2 on both sides. On the left side, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so those cancel, and we're left with x equals 16 times 2 is 32. To check our answer, we need to know, is 32 divided by 2 minus 7 actually equal to 9? Well, that's 16 minus 7. And that is true. 9 equals 9. Okay, one more problem. First, we need to undo the addition or subtraction that is on the side with the c. So I see a plus 8. I need to do the opposite, which is subtracting 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. 8 minus 8 is 0. Those cancel, and we have c over negative 5. Now we need to do the opposite of what is being done to the c. c is being divided by negative 5, so we need to multiply by negative 5 on both sides. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Negative 5 over negative 5 is 1. Those cancel, and we're left with c equals negative 15. And once again, we'll check our work by plugging negative 15 in for C. So we have 11. Does that actually equal negative 15 over negative 5 plus 8? Well, negative 15 over negative 5 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11, so we get 11 equals 11, and we did it correct. All right. Good luck with your homework. Let us know if you need help.